1. Your kidneys are simply amazing, acting as the ultimate biological filtration system inside your body. Each of these two organs contains about 1,000,000 microscopic filters known as nephrons. These tiny structures possess the incredible ability to selectively eliminate dangerous toxins while retaining vital nutrients. Together, your 2,000,000 nephrons filter roughly 50 gallons of blood every single day of your life. Remarkably, your kidneys recycle 99% of all your blood, constantly recirculating it to maintain clean, balanced bodily systems. However, this complex internal recycling network is highly fragile and vulnerable to modern dietary habits. When toxic foods flood your system daily, these delicate filters experience immense structural stress, leading to silent, long-term degradation. Tonight, we will uncover the 7 dangerous foods that actively destroy your nephrons, revealing the scientific mechanisms that threaten your body's vital filtration capabilities. Before exploring the specific dangerous foods, we must understand the 2 biggest systemic threats to your nephrons. The first major problem is chronic, high blood pressure. When blood rushes through your system with excessive force, it physically tears and scars the delicate walls of your tiny filters over time. The second destroyer, which is even more destructive than pressure, is elevated blood sugar. In conditions like diabetes, excessive glucose circulating in the bloodstream interacts directly with the nephrons. This chemical interaction forces the microscopic filters to shrink and stiffen, severely limiting their filtration capacity. As the filters become structurally compromised, they fail to retain essential compounds, causing your body to lose critical sugar and proteins through your urine. Understanding these basic mechanisms allows us to spot early warning signs before severe biological damage occurs. Monitoring your body's waste elimination provides vital clues regarding your current kidney health. There are 2 primary indicators of potential nephron damage: the presence of sugar in your urine and the leakage of essential proteins. When your microscopic filters are healthy, these valuable compounds are fully retained in the bloodstream. Furthermore, the color of your urine serves as a direct indicator of filtration efficiency. Healthy, active kidneys produce a characteristic amber-yellow hue. However, when the nephrons stop filtering properly, the color shifts significantly, turning darker or displaying unusual shades. Beyond waste removal, healthy kidneys are responsible for activating vitamin D. When tissue damage occurs, your body loses the ability to process this essential nutrient, leading to severe system-wide deficiencies that weaken your bones and immunity. Let us examine the first highly destructive item on our list: instant noodles, commonly consumed as convenient ramen packs. While most people know that these processed noodles are loaded with excessive sodium, there is a far more insidious ingredient hiding inside them. These products rely heavily on a synthetic chemical preservative known as tertiary butyrhydroquinone, or TBHQ. This preservative is highly toxic to your delicate kidney tissues. When you consume TBHQ regularly, your kidneys are forced to work exponentially harder to clear the chemical from your blood. Scientific observations indicate that chronic exposure to this synthetic preservative can cause your kidneys to become abnormally enlarged due to overwork. Even more alarming, studies suggest that TBHQ has the potential to induce cellular mutations, significantly increasing the risk of developing cancerous growths within your filtration organs. To understand the full impact of these processed foods, we must analyze the controversial role of sodium in kidney health. Excessive dietary sodium definitely contributes to elevated blood pressure, causing significant strain on your vascular pathways. Many individuals are told they are salt sensitive and must strictly reduce their salt intake. However, modern nutritional science suggests a different perspective. The real problem often lies not in excessive sodium alone, but in a severe deficiency of protective potassium. Maintaining a proper electrolyte balance is crucial, as a severe lack of sodium can be just as damaging as an excess. A dangerous state known as hyponatremia occurs when a person consumes massive amounts of fluid while lacking adequate salt, causing critical mineral dilution that harms the heart and places tremendous stress on the nephrons. If you are uncovering these hidden kidney warnings for the first time, please take a quick second to click like, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment below letting us know your thoughts. Your interactions support our mission to spread independent health education globally. There is a widespread myth that drinking excessive amounts of water is universally beneficial for kidney detoxification. In reality, forcing yourself to consume gallons of water without maintaining an adequate balance of essential electrolytes places a severe structural strain on your filtering systems. Your kidneys must work continuously to process and eliminate this excessive fluid volume, which can exhaust your nephrons over time. The healthiest approach is simply to drink fluid naturally when you experience actual physiological thirst, rather than forcing dangerous quantities down your throat. Furthermore, when you do use salt in your daily cooking, it is highly recommended to completely avoid refined table salt. Instead, choose high-quality unrefined sea salt, which contains a broad spectrum of natural trace minerals that support your body's electrical and cellular balance. The second category of destructive foods includes brightly colored candies, such as Skittles, and any processed items containing heavy concentrations of artificial food dyes. These synthetic chemical colorants are incredibly difficult for your body to process, placing a direct chemical burden on your filtration pathways. When you ingest artificial dyes, your kidneys cannot easily eliminate them in a single pass. Instead, your filtration organs initially attempt to recycle these complex chemical compounds, causing the synthetic dyes to recirculate through your bloodstream over and over again. This continuous recirculation exposes your delicate, vascular linings to prolonged chemical irritation. Subjecting your internal organs to a constant stream of synthetic colorants weakens cellular structures, gradually eroding the filtering efficiency of your nephrons and setting the stage for chronic metabolic complications. Bedtime or daytime consumption of fast food fried chicken represents our third major threat. This popular food combines multiple destructive elements that attack kidney health simultaneously. Commercial restaurants prepare this chicken by submerging it in highly refined seed oils heated to extreme temperatures. When you subject delicate proteins and refined carbohydrates such as the flour breading on the chicken to intense heat, a dangerous chemical reaction occurs. This process binds the sugar molecules directly to the protein structures, creating destructive compounds known as advanced glycation end products, or AGE. This binding permanently alters the protein molecules, rendering them completely useless to your body. When you flood your circulation with these mutated, glycated proteins, they act like sticky debris that clogs the microscopic blood vessels inside your kidney filters, causing permanent structural blockages. To fully appreciate the danger of glycation inside your body, we can look at a common clinical test used for diabetes called the hemoglobin A1C. This diagnostic marker measures the exact percentage of glucose molecules that have become permanently stuck to your hemoglobin proteins. When sugar binds to these vital oxygen-carrying blood proteins, it renders them rigid and incapable of performing their biological duties. A higher A1C level indicates a severe excess of glycated proteins circulating throughout your body. This sticky cellular junk travels directly into your internal systems, accumulating within your delicate organs. Because your nephrons rely on incredibly fine, microscopic capillaries to filter metabolic waste, this influx of glycated proteins acts like sludge, clogging the fine filters and driving severe diabetic kidney complications. Our fourth dangerous item's commercial, factory-made bread. Have you ever noticed how a loaf of cheap supermarket white bread can sit on your counter for months without developing any mold or losing its soft texture? This unnatural longevity is achieved through heavy chemical preservation. But the biggest threat hiding inside American commercial dough is a specific additive called potassium bromate. Food manufacturers use this compound to strengthen dough and enhance texture. However, independent chemical evaluations have shown that potassium bromate is highly destructive to human organ tissues. It is recognized as a powerful carcinogen that targets the urinary system, significantly increasing the risk of developing kidney cancer. While it is banned across Europe and Canada, it remains widely permitted in the United States. When you regularly consume commercial baked goods containing potassium bromate, this chemical compound enters your bloodstream and travels directly to your nephrons for filtration. Because your tiny filters are exposed to this harsh compound repeatedly, it induces chronic oxidative stress within the renal tissues. Over time, this chemical irritation triggers cellular damage, breaking down the integrity of your filtering walls. Furthermore, ultra-processed breads are loaded with refined starches that rapidly spike your blood sugar levels, compounding the risk of glycation damage we discussed earlier. Protecting your urinary health requires avoiding these chemically enhanced loaves and seeking organic, sprouted, or freshly baked breads that contain zero synthetic additives or hidden chemical dough conditioners. The time or daytime consumption of commercial soda represents our fifth major threat to the urinary system. Soda acts as a dual-action destroyer of kidney tissues due to its unique chemical profile. The primary toxic component hiding inside these carbonated beverages is phosphoric acid. Manufacturers add this cheap industrial chemical to provide a sharp, tangy flavor, retain intense carbonation, and act as a low-cost preservative. However, when an excess of synthetic phosphoric acid floods your system, it drastically upsets your body's delicate calcium-phosphorus balance. This mineral imbalance forces your kidneys to work overtime to eliminate the excess, causing direct structural erosion to your delicate nephrons. Before we explore the next hidden chemical danger, if you find these scientific insights valuable, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. Tell us, how many sodas do you consume in a week? Your honesty helps us build a supportive health community. Beyond the harsh chemical impact of phosphoric acid, commercial sodas are packed with extreme concentrations of refined sugars, or high fructose corn syrup. As we established earlier, elevated blood sugar is the single leading cause of chronic kidney damage worldwide, driving the progression of diabetic nephropathy. When you drink a single can of soda, your bloodstream is instantly flooded with dangerous amounts of glucose. This sudden surge forces your body into a state of metabolic crisis, causing immediate glycation strain inside your delicate internal filters. The combination of industrial acid and massive sugar content makes soda one of the fastest ways to compromise your biological filtration efficiency, leading to tissue scarring and long-term mineral leakage. Our sixth dangerous item is agave syrup, a product frequently marketed as a healthy, keto-friendly alternative to traditional sweeteners. This marketing claim is completely bogus and highly dangerous for your urinary health. While agave syrup possesses a low glycemic index, it achieves this because its carbohydrate profile consists of up to 80 or 90% pure fructose. In comparison, high fructose corn syrup contains only about 55% fructose. While glucose can be utilized by cells throughout your entire body, fructose cannot. Every single molecule of fructose you consume must travel directly to your liver for processing, creating a massive metabolic bottleneck that overloads your internal organs and triggers severe metabolic stress. The internal metabolism of concentrated fructose is remarkably similar to the pathway utilized by alcohol. When your liver is continuously overloaded with high doses of fructose from items like agave nectar, it converts the excess sugar directly into fat, driving the progression of fatty liver disease. More importantly, this continuous hepatic stress acts as a primary trigger for severe insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the fundamental precursor to prediabetes and full chronic diabetes. Because diabetes stands as the #1 statistical cause of chronic kidney failure globally, consuming an ingredient that aggressively drives insulin resistance places agave syrup at the very top of the list for indirect nephron irritation, gradually destroying your delicate internal capillaries. Our seventh and final dangerous category consists of commercial breakfast cereals, including instant oatmeal varieties. Most people assume these boxes are harmful simply due to their highly refined sugars, starches, and processed seed oils. While those ingredients are definitely problematic, there is a far more dangerous chemical compound hidden inside these grains that is never listed on the nutritional label: glyphosate. Glyphosate is a powerful synthetic weed killer used extensively in modern industrial agriculture. Because food corporations are not legally required to list agricultural chemical residues on their packaging, consumers remain completely unaware of this daily toxic exposure. This chemical flows directly into your internal circulation, reaching your delicate filtration pathways where it causes severe, ongoing tissue irritation. While food corporations successfully hide the word glyphosate from consumers, they occasionally volunteer a different chemical warning on the packaging under the phrase bioengineered ingredients. If you spot this term on your favorite box of cereal, it serves as a direct indicator that the product contains genetically modified components designed to withstand massive chemical applications during farming. In various agricultural regions worldwide where glyphosate is used heavily, field workers display a drastically elevated statistical risk of developing chronic kidney disease due to continuous chemical exposure. When you consume these crops daily, your nephrons are forced to filter this harsh agricultural chemical, causing long-term structural degradation to your biological filtration systems. Many health-conscious individuals assume that buying non-GMO grains completely protects them from agricultural chemical exposure. Unfortunately, this represents a dangerous misunderstanding of modern processing methods. Industrial farmers frequently spray massive amounts of glyphosate onto standard non-GMO crops such as traditional oats and wheat right before the harvest. This processing technique, known as crop desiccation, is used to artificially dry out the grains quickly to accelerate factory production schedules. Consequently, conventional oatmeals and wheat brands remain heavily contaminated with chemical residues, bypassing GMO regulations entirely. If you are committed to protecting your internal filters from these industrial chemicals, please hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Tell us, do you check your food labels for bioengineered ingredients? We read every single comment. Now, let us analyze how these combined toxins alter your cellular pathways. When these 7 destructive foods are consumed regularly, they create a heavy cumulative toxic load within your internal systems. Your kidneys do not fail suddenly from a single meal. Instead, they experience a slow, progressive decline caused by daily chemical irritation. The combination of synthetic preservatives like TBHQ, artificial food dyes, sticky glycated proteins, industrial acids, concentrated fructose, and agricultural weed killers forces your nephrons into a state of chronic defense. This ongoing cellular strain depletes your tissue's natural antioxidant defenses, leaving the fine, vascular structures vulnerable to permanent scarring. As healthy filtering tissue is gradually replaced by non-functional scar tissue, your body's overall biological filtration efficiency drops, setting the stage for systemic fluid retention, electrolyte imbalances, and metabolic waste buildup. Fortunately, your body possesses an incredible capacity for cellular recovery when you systematically eliminate these dietary threats. Reversing the decline in your filtration efficiency requires moving away from factory-processed products and embracing whole, organic, unadulterated nutrients. By removing synthetic chemicals, refined sugars, and industrial grains from your daily routine, you instantly lift the metabolic burden from your overworked nephrons. This clean break allows your renal tissues to enter a state of active repair, calming local inflammation and restoring proper vascular elasticity. When supported by clean, mineral-balanced whole foods, your remaining filtering units can function at their highest biological capacity, successfully stabilizing your blood chemistry and protecting your long-term vitality. To safely navigate the breakfast cereal trap, you must actively seek out grains that are certified organic. The official organic certification guarantees that the crops were grown completely without the application of synthetic chemical weed killers like glyphosate, protecting your system from toxic chemical residues. Organic sprouted oats, wild rice, and ancient grains provide rich sources of clean, complex carbohydrates and intact dietary fiber. This natural fiber content supports your gut-kidney axis without introducing the industrial contaminants that compromise your nephrons. Transitioning to clean, organic grains ensures you receive the traditional metabolic benefits of complex carbohydrates while shielding your delicate biological filters from the harsh agricultural chemicals common in modern factory production. Replacing highly concentrated fructose syrups like agave nectar is another critical step in restoring your metabolic and urinary health. Instead of using highly processed syrups that overload your liver and drive insulin resistance, look for natural, whole food alternative sweeteners. Pure organic stevia leaf extract or high-quality monk fruit extracts serve as excellent options because they provide clean sweetness without impacting your blood sugar levels or loading your liver with fructose. These natural alternatives prevent the dangerous glycation strain that clogs your microscopic internal capillaries. By adopting low-glycemic, fructose-free alternatives, you actively guard your system against the modern lifestyle diseases that represent the single biggest threat to your long-term filtration capabilities. Eliminating commercial soda containing industrial phosphoric acid instantly removes a massive source of chemical stress from your filtering organs. To satisfy your desire for refreshing, carbonated beverages without compromising your nephrons, try swapping soda for pure carbonated mineral water infused with fresh organic lemon juice. Lemon juice contains high amounts of natural citrates which promote a highly protective alkaline environment within your urinary tract. This alkaline chemistry actively prevents the crystallization of calcium and oxalate into painful stones. By mixing clean sparkling water with fresh citrus or organic herbal infusions, you create a delicious, thirst-quenching beverage that supports your vascular tracts, encourages proper hydration, and protects your biological filtration units from industrial chemical erosion. To completely bypass the dangerous advanced glycation and products found in fast food fried chicken, transition to clean, whole food cooking methods at home. Preparing organic, pasture-raised chicken using low-heat baking, gentle poaching, or light convection roasting prevents the violent chemical bonding between sugars and proteins that creates sticky glycation debris. Avoiding industrial seed oils completely shields your vascular system from systemic inflammatory triggers. Cooking with stable, unrefined fats like extra virgin olive oil or pure avocado oil at moderate temperatures keeps your proteins intact and bioavailable. This health-conscious approach ensures your body receives high-quality structural amino acids without generating the industrial debris that flows into your internal capillaries and clogs your delicate filters. Finding safe alternatives to chemically enhanced, factory-made commercial loaves is incredibly important for long-term nephron preservation. Look for authentic, long-fermented sourdough bread prepared by local bakeries using only 3 foundational ingredients: organic flour, pure water, and natural sea salt. The traditional wild fermentation process naturally breaks down complex starches and reduces gluten content, making it much gentler on your digestive tract and preventing the dramatic blood sugar spikes common with processed white bread. Most importantly, authentic artisan sourdough contains 0 synthetic dough conditioners or toxic preservatives like potassium bromate. This clean, traditional profile allows you to enjoy high-quality bread without exposing your biological filtration pathways to industrial chemicals or carcinogens. Artificially dyed candies and heavily processed sweet snacks with whole food options provides a double benefit for your internal health. Instead of consuming synthetic chemical colorants that cycle endlessly through your blood vessels, satisfy your snack cravings with high-quality, organic raw walnuts, almonds, or fresh low-glycemic berries. These whole foods are rich in natural, protective antioxidants and stable plant polyphenols that actively soothe inflammation throughout your vascular tracts. They deliver essential nutrients and cellular support without leaving behind any synthetic residues or loading your system with refined sugars. Transitioning to unadulterated whole foods guards your delicate nephrons from chemical irritation, keeping your biological filtration networks running smoothly and efficiently all day and night. To entirely eliminate the danger of synthetic preservatives like TBHQ found in commercial instant noodles, you can easily create delicious, quick noodle bowls at home using safe whole food bases. Organic shirataki konjac noodles or clean kelp noodles serve as phenomenal alternatives because they contain virtually zero refined carbohydrates, sodium, or artificial preservatives. These traditional whole food noodles provide a satisfying texture while remaining completely neutral in your digestive tract, preventing the metabolic crisis and kidney enlargement associated with commercial ramen packets. Pairing these clean noodle bases with homemade bone broth and organic green vegetables creates a warming, deeply nourishing meal that supports your electrolyte balance and protects your internal filters from industrial toxins. Designing a daily kidney protective routine is incredibly simple when you focus on adding real, clean nourishment while systematically avoiding the 7 toxic destroyers. A perfect, clean plate consists of high-quality organic proteins cooked under moderate heat, paired with abundant low-potassium vegetables like steamed asparagus or fresh cucumbers, and seasoned with mineral-rich unrefined sea salt. Drink pure water naturally when you experience actual physiological thirst, and enhance it with fresh citrus juices to encourage an alkaline urinary tract. By building your lifestyle around clean, whole, unadulterated ingredients, you provide your 2 million nephrons with the anti-inflammatory environment they desperately need to thrive, successfully slowing the progression of chronic disease. As you implement these protective dietary shifts, keeping track of your objective biological numbers is vital to ensure long-term wellness. Requesting a standard metabolic panel during your routine annual physical provides a clear picture of your exact filtration capacity. This basic panel measures your blood creatinine levels and calculates your estimated glomerular filtration rate, or eGFR. It also monitors your critical electrolytes, including sodium and potassium levels. Understanding these exact numbers allows you to tailor your dietary choices with absolute precision, giving you the confidence that your new healthy habits are successfully shielding your nephrons from pressure damage and cellular scarring. Your ultimate clean action plan starts right now in your kitchen. Begin by systematically removing processed instant noodles, artificially dyed candies, fast food fried items, commercial breads, solders, additive syrups, and conventional cereals from your home. Replace these toxic destroyers with certified organic grains, low glycemic natural sweeteners, fresh homemade herbal infusions, and clean proteins cooked under gentle heat. Colin, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you are inspired to take back control of your health, please click like, subscribe to our channel, and drop a comment below letting us know which dangerous food you are throwing out first. Stay tuned for our upcoming educational videos covering independent health science, and take positive, daily steps to guard your amazing biological filters.